Hi guys, I'm author Stacy McAnulty. I wrote the book, The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl. Now, author, that's my full-time job. I am not a professional YouTuber, but I still thought it would be a good idea to create a series of videos to go along with the book. Here's my plan. We'll start today. I'll tell you a little bit about the book, and then you can go off and read some chapters, let's say 3 of them, and then come back and watch another video where I talk about what's happening in those 3 chapters, and maybe I'll cover some of your questions, and I'll give you some behind the scenes tidbits about those chapters. Sound like a plan? All right then, let's get started. The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl stars Lucy Callahan. She was struck by lightning 4 years ago, but she doesn't remember this moment that changed her life. That bolt of electricity ran through Lucy up to her brain and rewired her brain. She is now a math genius. For 4 years, she has been homeschooled. She's a math genius. She is ready to go off to college. She is smart enough and done enough by North Carolina standards, she could go off to college. Now, her grandmother starts thinking about this. Do I want to send my 12-year-old off to college? Nana pretty quickly comes up with an answer. She says no. She decides to send Lucy someplace else. She sends her to public middle school. So Lucy is sent to 7th grade, where she must make at least one friend. She must do one activity, and she must read one book that's not a math textbook. That's all Nana's asking for. So that is what the book is about. Now, I'm often asked, where did I get the idea for Lightning Girl? Well, I was influenced by real-life savants, real-life geniuses. And I heard one particular story about a regular guy who was leaving like a club one night, and he gets mugged, and he has a head injury, a concussion. When he recovers, he's a math genius. He can add, subtract, multiply, and divide faster than we would do it with a calculator. He remembers every number he sees and hears. He notices math all around him. I thought this was incredibly fascinating because I love math. I went to college not for language arts or for writing. I went for mechanical engineering. So I took a lot of math classes and all those STEM classes. So I was very intrigued by the idea that someone could suddenly be a math genius. At the point when I heard this guy's story, at the point in my life when I heard his story, I was a full-time children's book author. So I'm like, what would that be like if it happened to a kid? What would a kid's life be like if on some levels they were smarter than the adults around them? So that was my jumping off point for the book. Now, The Miscalculations of Lightning Girl was my debut novel. I now have written 3 novels, but that was my first middle grade novel. So while I think I had this great idea, this girl struck by lightning who's a genius, I had a lot of work to do to kind of figure out the story. So as we go through our videos, I'll tell you where I stumbled, some of the changes I made, and you'll kind of join me on what ended up being nearly a 4-year journey to create this book. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoy the first 3 chapters, and then check back for the next video. Happy reading, guys.